Hello students, this lecture or this lesson will cover core concepts of social cognitive theory, which are self-efficacy and human agency. However, due to its length, it will be broken down into two mini lectures. The objectives for this lecture is acquiring further understanding of social cognitive theory by defining self-efficacy and agency, as well as explaining the main points of each. And as being future educators of adult learners, I've incorporated the importance of teacher sense of efficacy and student outcomes, as well as couple strategies that you can utilize to help students increase their self-efficacy and agency. However, before I begin the lesson, I would like to revisit social cognitive theory, which was presented in the previous mini lecture as an introduction to the theory and its creator, Albert Bandura. So I would like you to remember that Bandura emphasized that learning is shaped by personal, behavioral, and environmental interactions, which he called the triadic reciprocal causation. He also emphasized on the observational learning. He stated that modeling and learning by imitation, it has great emphasis in learning, and so observation is very important to learning and has a great impact. And in that lecture, I had covered the environmental aspect of it, whereas now I'll be discussing personal and behavioral factors like self-efficacy and human agency. So before I begin, I would like to let you know that I developed this lesson from a couple of peer review articles, books, and a website. So let's go into defining self-efficacy. Self-efficacy is the personal belief in your abilities to achieve your goals and complete a task. It addresses person and behavior. It is focused on performance, and it is task specific. So in simplest terms, you can define self-efficacy as an I can do this statement. To increase or develop self-efficacy, there is four sources, and I will go into detail of each one of them and what it represents. So for example, there is mastery performance experience, vicarious experience, social persuasion, and physical and emotional state. Mastery performance experience is the most important of the four, and that's because it is based on past experiences and how you interpret them and overcame them. So, for example, if you have struggled in the subject of math and always faced challenges, then moving up to a higher level of math, you're going to be hesitant. So therefore, instead of being optimistic, you're going to be pessimistic. Or it can be vice versa. If you have always excelled in English and you've gotten good grades on your papers or assignments, then moving up the level, you're going to face it more willingly and positively. And so that's that. It's based on past experiences. And now moving on to vicarious experience is based on modeling. So you're going to base your capabilities on others' accomplishments. You're going to analyze your skills based on what you have observed. So for example, if you have to present a presentation in one of your classes, then witnessing other classmates do it is going to give you a little bit more confidence in doing it yourself. Or for example, if someone is introducing you to the game of soccer, although you've never played it, you know that the basic skills through observation is hitting the ball with your feet, then you're going to have a little bit more positive outlook in approaching that area. And so the next area is social persuasion, and this has to do with words, with the verbal aspect of it. Coaching you and giving you feedback. This can be either positive or negative, which can then encourage you or discourage you in a certain area. And last is physical and emotional state. This has a very importance in self-efficacy because it is the way that you self-regulate your behaviors and emotions in tackling new challenges. So for example, having low self-efficacy means you're anxious, you're nervous, you have a closed mindset and where you are fearful in approaching challenges, new challenges. And if you have a positive mindset and a positive outlook in accepting challenges as if it's a new experience, then you're more willing to perform at your best. So, for example, managing your emotions or your personal experiences can manipulate or jeopardize what you're capable of doing. So in the end, I have a short video that would illustrate what self-efficacy is, in case my definition was not clear enough. So before I play the video, I would like you to reflect for understanding. What was your prior knowledge on self-efficacy, and does this video introduce you to new information? If so, please explain. So let's get it started. Um,
Tackling goals, big and small, can be a challenge for all of us. But setting goals and pursuing them is important to get to where you want to go. Sometimes a goal can be daunting, seeming too tough to tackle. That's when your self-efficacy matters most. Self-efficacy is the belief in your own ability to succeed in achieving a goal. Having the confidence to know you can do whatever you set your mind to by managing how you think, feel, and behave. Having high self-efficacy helps you get your thoughts, feelings, and emotions under control, have better grades, and set higher goals in school, making you feel good all around. And when you feel good about a goal, you're more likely to give it your best effort. Here are 5 ways that can help you develop your self-efficacy. By recalling times when you have succeeded in the past through your own hard work and strengths. For example, remembering the last time you earned an A on a difficult test by asking others for help and studying hard can help you feel more confident when you're up against the next one. Pulling from your own experiences of success has the strongest influence on your self-efficacy. When you see how others like you are successful at achieving a goal, it also makes you feel more capable of your own success. It's like when you watched your friend train for a big race and win, and it made you feel better about your own ability to win at your next big race. Helpful feedback and coaching from others can also help your self-efficacy grow stronger. When someone you trust encourages you by reminding you of your own strengths and abilities, it can help you overcome your own self-doubt, like when your teacher coaches you through solving a complicated math problem. Sometimes it can be helpful to imagine yourself accomplishing a task. The images you see in your mind can be inspired by any of the things I just mentioned, like imagining solving the math problem before you even start trying or celebrating at the finish line before the race. Finally, learning how to read your body and emotions can also help you feel more ready to step up to the plate. We all get nervous when we have to do something challenging, but when we read those feelings and emotions in a positive way, such as feeling excited instead of anxious, it helps us think about the situation in a completely different way. Having positive emotions and moods builds your self-efficacy, making you feel more optimistic about what's up ahead. The more you become skilled at using these experiences and influences, the more self-efficacy you will build in pursuit of future similar endeavors. It doesn't mean it'll be easy. It just means that you believe you can make it happen. Having a high sense of self-efficacy can help increase your sense of agency, self-regulation, growth mindset, and perseverance, making you more likely to set and stick to challenging goals, motivating you to work hard and succeed, and giving you the courage to try new things. Those around you can help you by giving you good feedback, reminding you of your strengths and abilities, and helping you bounce back from setbacks. And when you do this for others, you can help build their self-efficacy too. So, next time you're taking on a new challenge, remember that believing in yourself is the first step in taking you to new heights.
Okay, well that was self-efficacy for you, and now we'll move on to human agency. So, human agency can mean motivation. It's the capacity to overcome obstacles. And this relates to self efficacy because it falls under the physical and emotional state. So, for example, defining agency, human agency means to be proactive towards your own life, being a self contributor to your success by intentionally managing your emotions, learning skills and motivation. So, like self-efficacy, human agency also has four features to achieve your agency. So, I will go through each one of them. Intentionality. Intentionality means having an action plan, strategies for achieving your goals, and for realizing them, being self-organized with yourself to stay focused. And forethought has to do with setting the goals, so you have a strategy. So let's say you're going to work, and from work you're going to go to school, and then from there you're going to study. So that's your strategy, that's your plan, to ultimately reach your goal. So forethought is setting goals, being proactive, and having meaning and direction. So planning for the future. So seeing the bigger picture, setting little small goals to reach your ultimate goal. So that's what forethought is, just, planning ahead. Self-reactiveness has to do with the way you self-regulate, having the ability to delay gratifications, sustain focus, and just being able to regulate your emotions and your behavior to achieve your ultimate goal again. And self-reflectiveness is self-explanatory. It means to be able to self-examine, self-reflect on your thoughts, your feelings, and behavior. Being able to identify if you're being derailed, if something's happening that's keeping you from reaching your goals, and having the capacity to get back on track. And so that is human agency for you. It's pretty self-explanatory, however, it's extremely important, and self-efficacy and being able to persevere and be resilient and reach your goals. So I will end the lecture by having a mini exam as an overview to what we've covered so far. So let's dive into it and do it together. The first question has to do with human agency and is, which is not a feature of human agency? Forethought, intentionality, self-reactiveness, or none of the above? And the answer would be none of the above, because all previous three mentioned are features of human agency. Actually, the only one missing is self-reflectiveness. Moving on. Which of the four sources to build self-efficacy is the most important? Mastery experience, vicarious experience, social persuasion, or physical and emotional state? And like I said, interpreting your past experiences has great influence on your self-efficacy, so it is mastery experience. Moving on. Self-efficacy can be defined as I can do this, task-specific, personal beliefs in our abilities, or all of the above. If you chose all of the above, that's correct. It's all of the above, sorry. And next is true or false. Self-efficacy addresses person and behavior. True or false? That is true. Last, self-reflectiveness is a feature of human agency, and that is true. I had just given it to you in the previous 4 problems and questions, So this is it for self-efficacy and human agency. Please watch the following mini lecture, which will cover teachers' sense of efficacy and student outcomes, as well as strategies to incorporate in your classroom with your students. Thank you.